Welcome back to the channel, all you big bass lovers. It's DeMont coming back at you again. Today I have kind of a video. I've heard about this reel. I know they claim to have the lightest fishing reel and spool in the market. I don't know. Thought I'd try it out for myself. I've seen it a couple other places that I wasn't really sure about, and AliExpress had the reel way overpriced. So lo and behold, when I was on NACO looking at some weights, NACO tungsten, this reel was there, and it's called the Flight Feather. I know this is kind of supposed to be resembled to kind of look like the hummingbird, but let's take a look at it, see what we got going on. There's the hummingbird there. It says extreme light, extreme cast. I do know, I forget the BFS something sells this as well. It's the same price there. But one thing I like about NACO is like all your shipping and taxes are all included in the price. You ain't got to worry about paying extra taxes. So, okay. Shaped by Flying Kingfisher. Okay. So let's see what's in the box here. Comes in I guess a little neoprene pouch. And let's take a look. Oh wow, look at that. It's pretty bright colors. It has a sticker over here, 24. Let's see if it'll zoom in on this right. There you go, 24 something. If you guys speak Chinese, let me know what that says. I think what it's trying to say is 24 brake settings, but I could be wrong. Wow. The dial does not turn very easy. So that's 0, so it goes back this way. There's no click to it. That click you hear is my fingernail going across the top. You have to excuse all the paint on my hands. I've been painting a room. That's kind of disappointing. There's no click. Okay. There's back to 0. I'll leave that sticker there for right now. Let's check the other adjustments here. No click on the spool tension either. Dang. That's kind of cool where you can see the gears inside there. You tighten the spool tension down, you can hardly even turn the knob. See the gears turning? That's about the coolest thing of this reel so far. Made in China. The handles feel pretty good. I mean, I like the coloration. They're using kind of a Daiwa inspired kind of nut. 8.2:1. The drag star clicks. Do we have a click and drag? We do not have a click and drag. Damn. If you're looking for a feature packed reel, this is not it. No drag clicker, no spool tension clicker. How's the thumb bar feel? Thumb bar feels good. This is supposed to be a magnesium and carbon reel. So I guess you're, oops, sorry about that. You're getting a magnesium reel. That feels kind of funny. Oh, it's feathers. There's feathers going around here, if you can see them. I thought at first it was some kind of, like, damn, my reel's already melted. That was kind of silly. All right. I do like how far away they've got the line guide from the spool. That gives you extra distance, and it's got one of the biggest little cups I've seen. It's got a really huge, that's what she said, cone on it. All right, let's see what kind of brakes it has here. Okay, here's your brake. Getting your case here. Flip that down. That comes out. That's a tiny bearing. So this is kind of weird. It has like a hub, but it has mag tracks. It has 8 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pretty sure that's not a button. Yeah, it's just foam. I guess you could have 10 buttons on here if you want to. That might be over brake then. I am not sure why the hub's there though. That seems like adding that hub would add more weight to it. But okay. So I guess since I've already got the spool out, wow, that spool weighs like nothing. And the bearing is really tiny. So let's see what the spool weighs real quick before we get to the other one. All right. We are at 0. Oops. Wow, holy shit, 4.15. I don't know how much this little itty bitty bearing weighs, but we're probably dealing with like a 3.8 gram spool. That is so light. So light. I mean, it feels like next to nothing in your hand. Okay, so let's see how much the whole reel weighs. Let's see if their claims are met. All right, let's get everything back on here. Lock that down. Kind of makes like a bearing hum when you spin the handle. I guess if you're holding on to it, it's not as audible. Okay, let's get this over here. Let's see how much this thing weighs. All right, so let's see, make sure we're trying to take the glare out of it. All right, so there we go. It weighs, wow, 4.5 ounces. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's 4.6 ounces. So this might be, but as for the size, I'm kind of thinking this is bigger than the fish band. Seems like it is, but I'm not sure. So let's see if it says anything else on the box. Give me 1 second. Let's bring the box back over here. Since we didn't take a good enough look at the box, I guess. All right, here. So it has one of those useless boxes. Don't say nothing about it at all. Let's see if we can say what this here says. 117 components. What the hell? 14 gram. So I guess it has 2 different spools you can get. One we have here weighs 125 grams, which is supposed to be 4.4. If you get the deep spool one, it weighs 4.6 ounces. It's supposed to be to the 10 thousandths of millimeter minimum tolerance, 200 plus process assembly process, I guess. 117 components, 26 types of materials, 25 types of crafts. I wish Chinese sometimes this would stop. I guess it has a barcode here you can scan for product details. Beauty, rare, admiration, agile, focused, efficient. That's a different, this is the different colors it has on it. And I guess those are the different models you can have. Over here, it's still talking about how they're styling the kingfisher. I thought it was a hummingbird, but maybe I was wrong. Feather, dynamic. I don't even know what the hell that word is. Dynakui? Style is based on Chinese traditional craft, kingfisher feather art. Okay. Let's see, anything else that says anything really about the reel? Okay, let's throw inside here. Okay, so it says here 4.5 grams, extremely light, ultra thin walled aerospace aluminum alloy spool. And it's saying here 40,000 RPM spool. No, that's not right. Titanium alloy shaft. Yes, I saw that. That's what that, when you see that black shaft like that, that's titanium alloy. Magnesium micro crystal die casting technology. Let's see if you can see that. X4 super anti-corrosion surface treatment. Okay. I think it's just talking about the different UV and polymer resin layer, ceramic layer, passivation layer. What the hell is a passivation layer? I guess I'm from the South. I must be too stupid to understand what a passivation layer is. I think we would call it something different here in the United States. So it has 11+1 ball bearing. Whole body support stable. Okay. So it has SCR, high corrosion bearings. That would probably be in your spool. High speed bearings. That would probably be for almost all the other ones. And then got the one-way roller clutch bearing. And the colors over here kind of mark what, well, I guess they don't. I don't know. Yeah, so, okay, so I was wrong. The corrosion SCR bearings are all your main bearings. The blue bearings right here are your HSB, high speed bearings. That's your spool bearings. And then your one-way clutch is there. So there you go. And the drive gear, I'm sorry, you can't read this shit at all. Okay, it says drive gear, thickened gear wall. Okay. Highest gear accuracy grade in Japanese industry standard. Double supported pinion gear and gear shaft. Precision gearbox. All key areas are CNC machined. Keep the gears dry. Reduce water accumulation. Smoother and further casting. Quickly detachable. Easy to see, easy to maintain. Visible maintenance window. Okay, so they're calling it the visible maintenance window. All right then. Well, there you have it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'll link where I got it from in the description. I mean, I like how light it is. It's even a feather design in the thumb. If you see that in the thumb bar. I like the colors of it. Some people, I can't use a gaudy color reel. I kind of like it. I mean, it's a relatively, I guess some of the reels when you get them, they're, let's just see, let me get this here real fast. Let me take a peek at it real fast, compare it to this. All right, so here's the Casking Valiant Eagle 2. So this is definitely bigger. It's actually wider. Let me try to see if I can get it to line up perfect here. It doesn't quite line up perfect, but looking at side plate to side plate, this reel is wider and longer than this reel is. And this reel is not much heavier than this reel. The spool here is lighter than this reel. But this reel here is $160. This reel here is like $70 or cheaper. And everything on this puppy clicks. And smooth as silk. Where I don't know if you guys hear that. Listen to that. Here we go. That's how it's supposed to sound. Drag clicker, everything. I mean, I might have to fish with it to see. But as far as, did they hit the mark? I mean, I guess I'm kind of thinking we need a Flight Feather too. They're gonna have to make some revisions to this. I almost hardly ever like seeing a solid spool like this, but I mean, it does work on the dial. You just gotta learn how to tie your knots right. I guess that's your serial number and everything, made in China. I mean, I'm gonna link this down below, guys. If you want to get it, get it. I'd probably recommend stay away from it until I get on the water and test it. Because other than looks, I don't really think you're getting your money's worth. That's just my personal opinion. It's made more in standard. Like, if this kind of reminds me of some of you guys are not going to like this, but this kind of reminds me of, let's say, the budget end of Shimano and the budget end of Daiwa got together and had a baby. And that baby was anemic. There you go. That's it. I mean, it feels pretty good. I mean, I guess I had to have some line on it, feel the tension's going to feel on it. But as far as not having, I mean, what's good as a paint job and having a really light reel if you don't match the other options of everybody else? I guess that's my 2 cents, guys. Let me know what you think about it down below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below. If you like what I'm doing for you, I had 2 other videos I was planning to put out before this, but then I got this in the mail. So I decided to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to go ahead and publish it now, and then I'll publish the other 2 videos later. But the main thing I'll usually go to Naco. I mean, I do like their tungsten weights I get. Like this is a 1/4. I got some of their bobber stoppers. This is 3/8. This is 3/16, which is my favorite size. I'm almost always doing like finesse flipping in 1/8 ounce. But I've been really liking these little things right here. Let me take one out and show it to you. This is their Naco tungsten weight jig skirt. I like to use this with a type of beaver of some kind. Doesn't really matter what kind it is. It has a hole that goes through, like this are here. Like these are all like you have the weights on the side of them. It's like this one here is, I think that one's a quarter. It's hard for me to say. I ain't got my reading glasses on right now. So this, yeah, 1/4 ounce tungsten skirt weights, cinnamon. This color is called cinnamon. They come 10 to a pack, and they're relatively cheap for what you're buying here. Let me take one out and show it to you. Usually when I'm doing my finesse flipping, I'm using, I've really been liking the VMC Redline finesse flipping hooks. Usually 12 to 15 pound fluorocarbon on a 7'3" eye rod. This one's hard to get out than they normally are, but let's see here. So see, here's your silicone skirt. Your line comes through the top. You put your bobber stopper and stuff over here. Then you tie your hook on. Basically what you have here is a Texas rig. It's like fishing a jig, but you're not using a jig. This is one of my very most favorite. I'm giving this secret away to you guys. When I'm doing my finesse flipping, I've almost always got one of these right here on. If I'm not flipping a worm, that is. Sometimes I'm flipping a worm. But I've almost always got one of these. Sometimes I trim it down a teeny bit, depends on what size crawl imitation I'm using. I'll trim it down a teeny bit, like right there. I'm not going to take too much of it off. But that gets you bit. All right, guys. This is DeMont signing off. If I want to talk to you, till next time, you have tight lines. And I'll see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, guys. I know I've been getting a lot more likes. I'm over 500 subscribers now, which I greatly appreciate that, guys. But a lot of guys that's watching the videos are not even subscribing. I wish you guys would. So I can make my wife understand why I gotta buy more fishing tackle. All right, now, I'm going to sign off. I'll talk to y'all on the next one.